Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing fine. The fate of our times is characterized by intellectualization, rationalization, and above all, by the disenchantment of the modern world. When Max Weber made this statement reflected what Max Weber would call as the process of rationalization, which in itself embeds the idea of secularization. What do we understand by disenchantment, by the way, or even for that matter, secularization, or even for that matter, rationalization? All these three words, which seem to be very different from one another, reflect one and the same idea, that is, the loss of religious, magical, or even spiritual beliefs. If you look at today's question, what made the question difficult was not only the idea of secularization in itself, which is fairly a simple concept unless you get confused with the idea of secularism, but also what made this question difficult was the word problematize itself. The first word of the statement, problematize. What is the meaning of problematize? गूगल किया होगा, नो इशू, बट सीखा होगा. प्रॉब्लमेटाइज का मीनिंग सिंपली ये होता है to look for certain issues or problems around that concept. What are the problems around that concept? Why can't we simply explain that concept in a simple language? Why something that seems to be very simple cannot be explained in a very simple fashion? Because there are many issues around that concept, and that is why we have to problematize, in the sense we have to identify those issues revolving around the concept of, or the notion of, secularization. So let us begin quickly with all the issues that revolve around the idea of secularization, the issues that problematize the concept of secularization. So definition, let us begin with the first and the foremost, or the most important keyword which can be clearly identified through the statement is secularization itself. So why not begin with the definition itself, since it is a 10 mark question. 150 वर्ड बहुत लिमिटेड बातें हमने करनी है, तो मुद्दे की बात करेंगे, सीधा सीधा डिफाइन करेंगे. डिफाइन करते हैं सेकुलराइजेशन. It is a process, first of all, it is a process that is characterized by, in the language of Brian Wilson, you may even invoke Steve Bruce. There are many scholars, even I could have started off with the writing of Max Weber itself. Okay. I have many options to begin my answer with. Okay. But here in this case specifically, I chose to begin with a very specific scholar, that is Brian Wilson. There are, see, हर एक कॉन्सेप्ट से रिलेटेड बड़े बड़े क्लासिकल स्कॉलर ने कुछ ना कुछ कहा ही है, बट दैट डज नॉट मीन कि हम हमेशा उनका नाम लिखते रहें. कभी कभी क्या होता है, अगर आप कुछ एरियाज हैं जहाँ पे कुछ स्पेशलिस्ट हैं, जैसे सिटीजनशिप का आप नाम लो तो थॉमस हम्फ्री मार्शल का नाम आता है. एलीट का नाम लो तो आप ऑब्वियसली परेटो और सी राइट मिल्स की बात करोगे. ओके. उसी तरह जब बात आती है सेकुलराइजेशन की, कुछ हैं स्पेसिफिक स्कॉलर जिनका नाम ना आए तो लगता नहीं कि वो टॉपिक कंप्लीट हुआ है. वन ऑफ देम इज ब्रायन विल्सन, सेकंड इज स्टीव ब्रूस. स्टीव ब्रूस's डेफिनेशन ऑफ सेकुलराइजेशन इज वेरी बिग. बहुत बड़ी बात की उसने, चीज वही बोली जो ब्रायन विल्सन ने बोली है, ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. सो दैट इज व्हाई आई चोज टू बिगिन विद Brian Wilson's definition of secularization, which is a process characterized by loss of religious institutions, or decline of, or loss of significance of religious institutions, religious beliefs, religious ideologies, or thinking, whatever you call it as. Okay. So basically it is nothing but decline of religious institutions, thinking, and practices. Simple. Okay. Decline of religious institutions, thinking, and practices. This is what amounts to be called as secularization. ये हमने याद रखना है. ठीक है. अब बात करते हैं जो मेन चीज है, प्रॉब्लमेटाइज की. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है? प्रॉब्लम क्या है? हमने डिफाइन तो कर दिया कि रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस का डिक्लाइन होते जा रहा है. इसका मतलब कि सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बताऊं मैं, सिंपल लैंग्वेज, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी यूरोपियन थ्योरी. टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट इज इट वैलिड इन इंडिया, और for that matter in any poor country, is a matter of debate. Okay. But one thing is very much clear that this is a Eurocentric theory developed in Europe. Okay, सब कुछ वहीं हुआ, लाइट भी सबसे बड़ी वहीं, सबसे पहले वहीं पड़ी थी एनलाइटनमेंट के नाम से, ठीक है, सेकुलराइजेशन में सब कुछ वहीं, दुनिया वहीं हुई है, प्रोटेस्टेंट एथिक्स से कैपिटलिज्म भी वहीं शुरू हुआ सब कुछ, ओके, बाकी जगह कुछ नहीं है, बट एनीवे. So decline of religious institutions, thinking and practices. The question is, how do we measure the decline? How do we measure the decline? For example, let me give you one example. क्या डिक्लाइन ऑफ रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन से मतलब ये है कि आज की तारीख में अगर 100 मंदिर हैं मेरे घर के पास, तो 100 साल बाद अगर 50 मंदिर रह गए और बाकी 50 टूट गए, तो इसका मतलब सेकुलराइजेशन हो रहा है क्योंकि डिक्लाइन हो गया रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस का. हाँ, यस, नहीं, दिस इज नॉट समथिंग टू लाफ अबाउट, दिस इज अ वेरी सीरियस मैटर. ओके, एंड आई एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाई इट इज अ सीरियस मैटर. ओके, so decline of religious institutions, thinking and practices. Let us begin with the problematization. How do we measure the decline is the first thing, and here comes the idea of problematizing itself. Here, when you start thinking over how do we measure this decline, you have already begin problematizing. So the first thing that was problematized, the first thing was there are three measures mainly. Suppose today 100 number of people have gone to attend church or a temple or a mosque or a gurudwara. Okay, today is 24th or 23rd I think. Okay, आज 23 तारीख को इतने बजे मंदिर में 100 लोग पहुंचे हुए हैं. अगले साल ठीक इतने ही बजे 23 तारीख को अगर मंदिर में उससे कम लोग मिलते हैं, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अटेंडेंस कम हुई चर्च में. पॉइंट टू पॉइंट की हम बात करें, जैसे इकोनॉमी में हम बोलते हैं पॉइंट टू पॉइंट इन्फ्लेशन, वैसे हम बात करें पॉइंट टू पॉइंट रिलीजियस अटेंडेंस, हेड काउंट. सो इट कैन बी वन मेजर, क्वांटिफिकेशन ऑफ द हेड काउंट, हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव reduced in terms of the attendance in the church. That can be one measure, because see, the idea is to measure the decline of religious institutions, beliefs, thinking. So this can be one of the measure to see whether secularization is happening or not. Okay, so attendance of religious organizations, if it is declining year by year, that means we are getting secularized, right? This can be considered as one of the criteria empirically. So which means we have to quantify head count. But here comes another problem. Suppose 100 people attend church today, next year on the same day 50 people are attending. What does it mean? That that the people have become secularized? No, it simply means that the rest of the 50 people who did not attend church, they may now be watching live stream ऑनलाइन रिलीजन. ओके, या सुबह घर पे बैठ के टीवी पे देख रहे होंगे, वो जरूरी नहीं ना. यू डू नॉट हैव टू बिलोंग इन ऑर्डर टू हैव बिलीफ. दिस इज नोन एज बिलीविंग विदाउट बिलोंगिंग इन द लैंग्वेज ऑफ ग्रेस डीवी. ओके, इन द लैंग्वेज ऑफ ग्रेस डीवी, बिलोंगिंग विदाउट बिलीविंग इज जस्ट द ऑपोजिट. हो सकता है कि 100 नहीं, अब 200 लोग पहुंचे हुए हैं, तो क्या ये हम मान ले कि यानी रिलीजियोसिटी बढ़ रही है? नहीं, तो भी नहीं. क्या पता वो जो एक्स्ट्रा लोग गए हैं वो किसी और पर्पस से गए. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, टू गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, कुछ इंसानों को वो जो प्रसाद होता है मीठे वाला बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, टेस्टी. मम्मी कहती कि छोड़ा है मेरे को, तो मैं छोड़ाता हूं उनको. दैट डज नॉट मीन दैट आई हैव बिकम रिलीजियस. मैं सिर्फ गया उनको ड्रॉप करने के लिए, ठीक है. तो मंदिर जाना डज नॉट मीन दैट यू हैव बिकम रिलीजियस. Nor not going to temple makes you unreligious. Okay, so how do we quantify? This is one of the biggest problem. So you may go to temple, you may belong to that place, but if you do not believe it, this makes it belonging without believing. Second case is, you may not have gone to temple but still you believe. This is known as believing without belonging. So how do we measure? This is one of the biggest problem with the secularization thesis. Okay, secondly, when you talk about decline or loss of religious institution or religious belief, what do you define? How do you define religion as? This is also one of the biggest problem. There was a point of time when we had public religions, civil religion in the language of Robert Bella. But Robert Bella, in his study of American society, clearly says, as many people, those many religions. American population in his study at that point of time consisted of 330 million of the people, which simply meant in the language of Robert Bella that there are 330 million religions. Some people love cricket, that was their religion. Some people love guitar, that was their religion. Some people love music, some people loved sociology, that was sociology in itself had become religion to many people. To some people even Marxism is a religion. Okay, so what is religion? How do we say that all these things, the faith in Marxism or faith in guitar or faith in sociology is declining? Okay, so this is very problematic thing. Now second measure to see whether religion is declining or not could be degree of social influence of churches in the political sphere. If at one point of time there was no separation between church and politics, but today if we see that there is a separation, which we also call as to a very large extent in the parlance of Western lexicon, the idea of secularism. If we today see a great extent of separation between church and state, we call it as the state being secularized, okay, or have adopted the idea of secularism. But the challenge is, how do we quantify the say of religious leaders in political decisions? How can we say whether the election that happened last time, okay, in 2019 was free from religious influence? We cannot say that. Some people would say religion played a major role in making BJP the winner. Some people would say religion did not play the role at all. It was fairly based on development agenda. So these things become very problematic. This in itself amounts to the idea of problematizing the concept of secularization. Now the third idea is religious institutions, decline of religious institutions की बात कर लेते हैं. चलो, Surinder Jotka, a very eminent sociologist of JNU, in his article clearly said that according to 2011 census, okay, 21 का सेंसस तो अभी होएगा और चलेगा, उसकी फाइंडिंग्स आएगी. 2011 का सेंसस अभी के लिए लेटेस्ट है, जबकि पुराना हो चुका है ऑलमोस्ट 10 साल, लेकिन तो भी अभी के लिए लेटेस्ट, जब तक 21 का रिपोर्ट नहीं आता. Surinder Jotka says that according to 2011 census, there are 2 million schools and colleges in India. And we have 3 million places of worship. This is the record till 2011. What does it signify? इसमें भी प्रॉब्लम है कि सिग्निफाई करता क्या है. 3 मिलियन रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन और प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप है, दूसरी तरफ 2 मिलियन ही पढ़ाई के यानी स्कूल और एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस है. और कुछ एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस होंगे मदरसा, या फिर कुछ ऐसे हिंदू राइट विंग एसोसिएटेड एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस भी होंगे, उनको भी कैसे सेपरेट करें. बट मैं एक सिंपल सा सवाल पूछ रहा हूं, जो जोधका ने पूछा है, मेरा नहीं है, जोधका पूछना चाह रहा है. 3 मिलियन रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस which is more than 2 million of schools and colleges. Does it mean, see, the question is all about interpretation. Does it mean that we have become more religious, or does it mean that we have more number of religions in India? Again, two problems. Okay, how do we problematize? Again, एक सब part है problematizing. 3 million institution does not mean we are religious. It would simply mean that we have more number of religions. Okay, and which is a fact. We are a multicultural or pluralist nation. Okay. Now, Jotka comes up with another interpretation that the erection of these institutions or the inception of these institutions, religious institutions, may be very symbolic in nature. Symbolism with the place of worship to announce the community's presence in that area, to announce that they are the dominant ones in that area, and that is why they institutionalize certain places of worship, just to make their presence felt amongst the local people in that village or in that community. This is also symbolism, which does not in any way signify religiosity. It only signifies the dominance of that particular community in that area. Okay, so ये 3 प्रॉब्लम है सेकुलराइजेशन थीसिस की. Okay, नाउ लेट अस कम टू, यहीं से निकलता है सेक्युलराइजेशन थीसिस के ऊपर क्वेश्चन वैलिडिटी का, हाउ फार दिस नोशन इज वैलिड. Since we know that this theory is highly Eurocentric, it may not be applicable to the case of Indian society, or for that matter, even the poorest of the poor, or even the underdeveloped or the developing societies. Why so is something that I'm going to explain briefly. I don't know how many of you have read about a scholar like Norris and Englehart, who have given a theory, very famous or very important theory, that is a theory on existential security. जितनी ज्यादा इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होगी किसी कंट्री में, उतने ही ज्यादा लोग वहां पे सिक्योर रहते हैं, इकोनॉमिकली सिक्योर रहते हैं, सोशली सिक्योर रहते हैं. ओके, ऐसा ये बोल रहे हैं, मैं नहीं कह रहा. और जितनी ज्यादा एग्जिस्टेंशियल सिक्योरिटी आपकी है, उतना ही कम आपका फेथ रहेगा in something that seems to be supernatural. Whereas in the case of poor countries where we have low economic development, okay, low social development, in that case people have high degree of existential insecurity, which makes them resort to something that seems to be very supernatural to the Western people, or very highly rational people. And this is something that makes the poorest of the poor country highly religious, and richest of the richest country highly secular. And according to this thesis, world is becoming more and more religious, because world consists of more number of poorer countries in comparison to the richer countries. And that is why richer country is going towards the pathway of religiosity, poorer country is going towards the pathway of religiosity, and richer country is going towards the pathway of secularization. So that way, richer country being Europe, America, all these, here you can say that secularization thesis is to some extent valid, but in the case of poor it is not so valid. Okay, और भी क्यों नहीं वैलिड है? सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल है वैलिडिटी का ना होने का सेक्युलराइजेशन की. हर रोज यहाँ पे हिंदू मुस्लिम के दंगे आप रोज ही पढ़ते हो, मुझे ये बताने की जरूरत नहीं है कि सेक्युलराइजेशन थीसिस वैलिड है कि नहीं. रिलीजियोसिटी अभी भी उतना ही बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है. पॉलिटिसाइजेशन ऑफ रिलीजन होता है. वी हैव वोट बैंक, हिंदू एंड मुस्लिम वोट बैंक, ठीक है. तो वो जो क्लियरली शो करता है कि सिग्निफिकेंस रिलीजन का कितना बड़ा है आज की डेट के अंदर भी. जब हम वहां से शस्त्र पूजा करने के लिए तो मैं क्या बोलूं, जब हम रफाल मंगवाते हैं, वी डू शस्त्र पूजा. जब हम चंद्रयान लॉन्च करते हैं, जगन्नाथ में जाते हैं, इसरो के चेयरमैन, ओके, मंगलयान हमने लॉन्च किया, साइंटिफिक मिशन था बट मंगलयान, ओके. All these things you will easily see how much extent, to what extent religion plays vital role in the everyday life of not only a common man but also even among the life of a scientist. How would you explain the concept of God particle? Okay, anyway, new world religion we have today. We talk about cults, new age gurus like Sadhguru, जिनको आप रोज देखते हो, जिनको जो आपको लगता है कि बड़े spiritual हैं. Spirituality is something under the guise of which the old world religion survives. Okay, cult, spiritual revolution, okay, which means new age gurus. Existential security theory is something that I've already explained. Rich nations, high economic security, low insecurity and low demand for religion. Poor country में उल्टा, ठीक है. Fundamentalism, communalism, politicization of religion, hate speech, all these things invalidate the concept of secularization. And this is why Peter Berger, who was one of the supporter of secularization thesis, clearly rejected in his own book that this was his one of the biggest sociological mistake that he ever committed in his whole life or whole academic discourse. Okay, and that is why Rodney Stark, who is also one of the biggest sociologists in the sociology of religion, has written one book, Secularization, RIP, rest in peace. Secularization, rest in peace. Okay, now the question was not only about problematizing secularization. The very idea of religion can be problematized. What is religion to you may not be religion to someone else. Sociology is my religion. When I say religious beliefs decline amounts to be called as secularization, does it mean that when I stop reading sociology, I become secularized? The fact is, there was a point of time when people had faith in religion, the mainstream institutionalized religion. But today we have not only new forms of religion, which in the language of Robert Bell are called as private religions, but the very idea of secularization thesis in itself had become a religion to the old world sociologist. And that is something that makes the idea of secularization very problematic. Thank you.